Get ready, NFL fans, because this year's draft class is stacked with talent at the wide receiver position. From LSU Malik Nabers to Ohio State's Marvin Harrison Jr. to Washington's Odunze, the competition is fierce, but who stands out above the rest? This year's NFL draft is filled with talented wide receivers, including standout prospects such as Malik Nabers from LSU, Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State, and Odunze from Washington. Ask three people who they think is the best of the trio or which one has the highest ceiling, and there's a good possibility you'll get three different answers. That becomes a more intriguing exercise when the people asked is a combination of NFL scouts and coaches. The Athletic's Bruce Feldman pointed such inquiries to 4 NFL coaches and scouts, all of whom sounded confident in their answers. Maybe it's not the consensus around the league, but things are trending in a direction where Nabers will be the first wide receiver off the board despite the Hall of Fame lineage and talent that comes with Harrison. It's not uncommon to hear NFL insiders ranking Nabers higher than the other candidates. However, some of the comparisons he's receiving may come as a shock to some. Nabers is the number 1 on my list, and I think he is on a lot of people's lists. He's just different to me, an anonymous NFL receivers coach said. I don't think it's anything toward Marvin. It's just really that Nabers is that good. His skills with the ball in his hands are really different. His acceleration is just different. His explosive is different. He tracks the ball really well. He's a smaller guy, but he can still play outside. He's rare in a lot of ways. That same coach compared Nabers' skill set and abilities to that of Ja'Marr Chase, DJ Moore, and Tyreek Hill. He claimed Nabers was the best wide receiver prospect since Chase, a fellow LSU Tiger who was taken 5th overall in 2021. Ironically, that draft also featured to other wideouts going in the top 10 Jalen Waddle and Devonta Smith. It's Nabers and then there's a gap, said offensive assistant 1. He is the best wide receiver in the draft in a couple of years, maybe more. He is Tyreek Hill combined with both of those San Francisco guys. In conclusion, while the trio of Malik Nabers, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Odunze are all talented wide receiver prospects in this year's NFL draft, it seems that Nabers is emerging as the favorite among NFL scouts and coaches. His unique skill set, explosiveness, and innate dog mentality set him apart from his counterparts. Despite the praise for Marvin Harrison Jr. and Odunze, Nabers' abilities and potential have put him in a category of his own, with some comparing him to elite NFL wide receivers like Ja'Marr Chase and Tyreek Hill. It will be interesting to see which team ultimately selects Nabers and how he purrs.